उसका क्या हुआ? जॉब जॉब की चल रही थी?
जॉब को वो ये था कि आई एम ऑन लीव,
हाँ
तो आई विल कंप्लीट माय 20 years in 2023.
20 years of job.
या
हाँ
जॉब इन मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है.
सो या
आइडिया तो मुझे भी नहीं, एज फार एज आई नो, बिकॉज मेरे को याद
I
है जब
have a job.
हाँ.
As far as I am concerned, that I have a job.
Okay.
They think that they have employed me, but I don't know.
मुझे याद है जब मैंने जॉब
complicated,
छोड़ी
yeah.
थी 2016 में, तो मैंने इन्हें फ़ोन किया, तो मैंने कहा हाँ बाजी कैसे हो, क्या जॉब छोड़ दिया? अरे तो मिलने आ, फिर मैं मिलने आया और ये कन्विंस कर रहे थे कि जॉब क्यों छोड़ दी, जॉब तो पकड़, जॉब तो कर, जॉब क्यों छोड़ दी?
सबको बोला, मैं प्रत्युष को भी बोला था
हाँ.
जॉब क्यों छोड़ी, सबको बोला था. ये अपने जो अमित शर्मा है,
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
इनके साथ तो खूब झगड़ा किया था कि क्यों जॉब छोड़ रहा है.
ये राघव मंडाव सब जॉब क्यों छोड़ दी यार, जॉब क्यों छोड़ दी?
राघव तो मेरे को जब मिला तब तो ऑलरेडी जॉब छोड़ चुका था मेरे
किसने?
ख्याल से. राघव मंडावा.
राघव ने तो छोड़ दी.
राघव मंडावा वाज ऑलरेडी डूइंग ओपन माइक्स एंड एवरीथिंग. ठीक है.
वो I always wanted to know this thing because I started in 2012 and उससे पहले ओपन माइक्स हो रहे थे इनफैक्ट दिल्ली में. तो उस वक्त क्या था सीन, मतलब
2000, you are talking about 2010.
एग्जैक्टली
10.
जब आई थिंक चीज मंकी माफिया था,
या
है ना? उस वक्त कैसे होते थे माइक्स? बिकॉज जब मैं आया था तो महीने में 2 होते थे बस.
हाँ,
वन वाज अमित टंडन का रूम था, माइंड कैफे.
वो तो
बहुत ही प्यारा था.
बहुत, हाँ, स्टार्ट हुआ फिर बंद भी हो गया.
हाँ.
वो अलग चीज़ है. बट चीज़ मक्की माफिया इज द फर्स्ट ओपन माइक आई एवर डिड.
हाँ.
I had no clue what stand-up comedy is or was, and I just saw Abhijit Ganguly and Apoor Gupta doing it in Caferati.
Right. हाँ.
So they were also new
हाँ.
at that time, and they were saying some things. People were laughing a bit, and
हाँ. हाँ.
other people saying ये क्या कह रहा है.
कैफेराटी में उस वक्त भी 2 मिनट मिलते थे.
2 मिनट. That's the
2 मिनट तो लाइट कितने में मिलती थी?
लाइट वाइट नहीं मिलती थी, सीधा माइक
वो इंटरप्ट करते थे पूरा कि उतर
माइक
जाओ.
भी बंद कर देते थे और इंटरप्ट कर देते थे. तो माइक हाँ जी हो गया आपका.
अरे
Nobody
बिल्कुल
used to-
बिल्कुल 2
हाँ,
मिनट में
and
डॉट.
2 मिनट में, and it was such a popular mic.
हाँ बहुत.
हाँ,
2 मिनट कितने लोग का लाइन है?
25
25 से ज़्यादा स्पॉट नहीं देना.
25.
तो this was started by Peter Griffins in Mumbai in Prithvi Theatre. So Caferatis was started there, and then somehow it came to Delhi, and there was a Caferati.
दानिश सर.
No, before that there was a Caferati circle जहाँ पे book club वगैरह होता था. They used to discuss these things, and mostly English poetry. So it was a different kind of niche club. But then Danish moderated it as an open mic
Oh,
in
right.
India Habitat Center.
Right.
So then it started all. So I also tried to revive it before pandemic
हाँ.
in
हाँ हाँ हाँ
attic.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
Nobody came, so
It was पहले एंटी सोशल में भी होता था. उनका क्या नाम था? निक्की वो कराती थी.
हाँ, after Danish,
हाँ, निक्की
when
कराती थी.
India Habitat Center said no कि हम जगह नहीं देंगे, then Nikki took over and she did it in social.
हाँ हाँ.
And after that I tried a bit, and now it has died down.
हाँ,
It is
तो-
now on Clubhouse.
Exactly.
It is now on Clubhouse, and it's
बट 2 मिनट के मतलब सेट में लाइक प्रीमाइस बनाना
दोस्तों आपने देखा पापा सर टाइम हो गया आपका.
that's what I liked about this thing, that even in 2 minutes Purv and Abhijit were able to get a few laughs.
Oh,
So I
okay.
thought that this is
Nice.
excellent. They are not doing anything. They are not telling a story. They are not telling a joke per se. They are not reciting a poem or singing a song, and still they are grabbing attention. So I asked Apoor Gupta, so like ये क्या होता है? Like stand up comedy ऐसा होता है. तो like if I want to try, then come over. उस क्या जीके में मंडावा का जो माइक था, अमेरिकन क्या डाइनर.
हाँ 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 हाँ. जहाँ वो आते थे संजय राजोरा.
नहीं, that was Nehru Place. That was Rajish's mic.
अच्छा,
रजनीश
okay,
कपूर माइक, दैट इज
okay.
अ डिफरेंट वन जहाँ वॉल पे ग्राफिटी बनी होती थी.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
तो आई वेंट देयर एंड आई हैड नो आइडिया. I had already given my name, but they asked me to pay 350 rupees. Gave me one coupon for a beer. And I went upstairs and Raghav said, oh, you are here. Good. And he gave me a coupon too. I said, yeah, I already have it. He said, no, you didn't have to pay. It's free for
Artist.
artists and participants. So it started from there. Yeah. That was the first time, but that was a really, really good open mic, as Raghav and I've always
Obviously,
organized.
he's like a legend.
Yeah. So everybody was sitting around and everybody was there. Like Amit was there, Neeti was there, Apur Gupta, Monty Singh, and Sayak Basu.
Arey yaar, I miss that guy.
Yeah,
I miss
Sayak
that
Basu
guy.
was there. So, but like so many people were trying their hands out on comedy, and I just had no clue. So I did all 2-3 Sardar jokes I had at that time, and like, but the rush was so much that okay, this is good. I can spend my weekend like this always. So this is what I do now. So I started doing it then. So then what Rajnish's open mic, and after that I think the first show I did on stage was organized by Papa CJ. He picked out some people and he did it in Epicenter. So that was the first real comedy show experience.
And वो first show में कितना time perform किया था?
The video is there. I think it's a 7 or 8 minutes. Yeah.
वो वाला जो किसी
in which I am very fat.
हाँ I have seen that.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, this is how it all started. And coming back to your question, how was the open mic scene? The open mic scene was very exciting at that time. Those 2 minutes, 3 minutes were very valuable for comedians at that time. अभी की तरह नहीं है कि अभी करो, अभी मेरे को अगले पे जाना है, फिर उसके अगले पे जाना है, मेरे को 5 open mic करने हैं, which is also not a bad thing. That means that scene is growing, but it's very diluted in the sense that those one spot in 1 week, and 3 minutes, 4 minutes you have.
It was considered as gold.
And people used to like really work hard on their sets. So this was the beginning, so to speak. And people who were serious were very serious about comedy. Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun.
When I started 2012, I used to be excited for like those 2 open mics in a month. आज mic है यार, आज मजा आएगा.
It was like
and more than going to try your material, the best part was to hang out with people who are of your same mentality, like with same
problems,
same issues, same thing. That was fun.
And one thing I want to add, that at that time we had no references.
Exactly.
No YouTube videos, no. I didn't know about stand-up comedy, let alone the names of stand-up comedy. I had no idea because I come from a very Hindi background, so Sarkari school kind of background. So what happens that when you meet these people, stand-up comedy was very upmarket. Papa CJ, London-based comedian, and Veer Das, Rajneesh Kapoor. And these were we were told that you can't do stand-up comedy in Hindi.
Right. That was the notion.
I was made to translate my whole set in English and do it. So partly when I take long pauses, I am translating it in my mind. So in the beginning it was very difficult, but still somehow it worked for me.
बाद में वही चीज स्टाइल में कन्वर्ट हो गई.
स्टाइल में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर, मैं ऐसे ही बोलता हूँ. पर वो जो लॉन्ग पॉजेज होते थे, मेनली it meant कि I forgot my joke And yeah, and secondly that I'm translating it and trying to find a proper word for it. And being as lazy as I am, I never wrote my set.
Oh, that is there.
Yeah.
You started in Mumbai.
हाँ मेरा सिमिलर सेटअप में था मतलब आई रिमेम्बर द फर्स्ट ओपन माइक विच आई डिड वाज इन ब्लू फ्रॉग
Oh, Mumbai.
मुंबई
Oh, great.
एंड
Which year?
अब एग्जैक्टली मतलब 7 साल
ये
पहले
झूठ बोल रहा है ये भोसड़ी का झूठ बोल रहा है, इसे सब याद है।
7 साल पहले या 8 साल पहले
ये
I
झूठ
guess.
बोल रहा है। मैं चाहता था ये ऑन
If
रिकॉर्ड
you-
हो, पब्लिक हो, ये बैंजो, ये लोगों हर
नहीं,
साल
नहीं,
अपना
नहीं।
एक साल रिड्यूस कर देता है ये।
Milind, if you
इस कैमरे में देख के ये
forget
एक साल
that-
रिड्यूस करता है ये बेंच हर
if you
बार।
forget that which year it was,
Yeah.
it seems that you have been doing it for such a long
हाँ तो
time.
7-8 साल पहले
देख रहे हो?
नहीं तो
तू झूठ बोल रहा है ना।
I started.
तू
What are
2010
you
में
saying?
किया था ना शुरू? मुंबई का पहला ओपन माइकर तू है।
नहीं I guess 7 अगर मैं 5 साल से दिल्ली में कर रहा हूँ तो हाँ मतलब 7 years तो बैक एंड वो उससे पहले मतलब
2014
उससे पहले मतलब मैंने एक ओपन माइक किया था देन आई डिड नॉट डू ओपन माइक फॉर लाइक 2 years
सोलो किया था मुंबई में।
हाँ मेरा ये सीन
In
हुआ
the
था कि
beginning.
इन द बिगिनिंग
हाँ।
मेरे साथ ये सीन हुआ था कि
एक साल
मेरे को ऐसा कॉलेज में चांस मिला परफॉर्म करने का एंड वहाँ मैंने 3 मिनट परफॉर्म किया एंड उसमें ऐसा ऑडियंस फट गई कॉलेज क्राउड एंड जिसमें मैं मिमिक्री कर रहा हूँ एंड उसमें वो करने के बाद एक और जगह पता नहीं मैं कोई मीटिंग में गया था तो वहाँ पर मैंने ऐसे किया कि मैं अभी परफॉर्म करके आ रहा हूँ तो एक आंटी आई कह रही तुम करते हो ये प्रोफेशनली करना चाहते हो और दैट वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने एक्चुअली सोचा कि करना चाहता हूँ मैं प्रोफेशनली या नहीं करना
आज वापस सोच रहा है कि काश उस वक्त बोल देता नहीं करना चाहता।
तो मैंने कहा हाँ तो कह रही आई हैव अ नेफ्यू जिसके पास मुंबई में देयर वाज स्पेस कॉल्ड होते हवेली एंड आई गेस हाँ वही कहीं था अंधेरी वंदेरी में। तो उसने कहा मेरा वहाँ पर स्पेस है तुम्हें करना है जाके करो। मेरे को पता नहीं मैं कॉलेज में हूँ तो उसने मैं बात की तो वहाँ पर ये सीन था कि वो वीकेंड पे फुल रहता था और वीकडेज में बिल्कुल खाली तो ही सॉ दैट एज अ बिजनेस
तो
अपॉर्चुनिटी।
थिएटर था या क्या था वो?
इट वाज अ थिएटर मतलब वहाँ थिएटर स्पेस ही थिएटर ही होता था।
ठीक है।
और लाइक आई गेस दैट टाइम लाइक द इम्प्रोव जब दीज पीपल SNG पीपल यूज्ड टू डू इम्प्रोव तब वहाँ पर उसके शोज होते थे तो उसने बोला कि आप वीकडे पे कभी आके अपना शो करना चाहो तो कर लो। और मैं पूछा कि कितनी देर का होता है शो उसने कहा 1 घंटे का होता है।
तेरी आत्मा नहीं काफी थी मैं
तो मैंने कहा ओहो तो कह रहे कितना फिर तो मैं तो फिर दिमाग में कैलकुलेट किया हाँ तो फिर 45 मिनट्स तो लिखना होगा। तो मैं अच्छा वो मैं 2 महीने में कुछ भी करके जो भी घंटा बहुत घटिया मटेरियल सारे रेफरेंसेस करके मैं लिख के गया 45 मिनट्स और वो किया एंड दैट वेंट वेल मतलब ठीक ठाक गया क्योंकि कॉलेज के दोस्त आए थे मेरे और मैंने कहा हाँ अब बन गए कॉमेडियन। अच्छा उसके बाद
बन गए
कॉमेडियन। मैंने कहा फिर अब मैंने देखा अब कैसे करते हैं तो किसी ने बताया ओपन माइक होता है तो
सोलो करने के बाद
You are the only stand-up comedian I know who started off with a solo.
हाँ सोलो किया।
पापा कॉमेडियन बनना है, अच्छा चलो कल सोलो करके आओ और फिर ओपन माइक करना
1 घंटा।
उसके बाद वहाँ पर जब ब्लू फ्रॉग में वही था कि 300 रुपये दो तो आपको स्पॉट मिलेगा एंड उस दिन 4 मिनट मिला था बट ड्यू टू द लाइन अप बहुत लंबा लाइक आई गेस ब्लू फ्रॉग वर डूइंग इट आफ्टर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम तो 25 कॉमेडियन आ गए थे 25-30 कॉमेडियन तो 1.5 मिनट का टाइम था या फिर 2 मिनट का टाइम था और जिसमें था कि अगर अच्छा नहीं कर रहे हो तो बजर दबा देंगे। अब मैं सोलो करके आ रहा हूँ जहाँ पर टाइम की तो लिमिट ही नहीं है और मैं अपने सोलो में लाइक जितनी गंदी स्किल आती है ना डांसिंग सिंगिंग सब डाल रखी थी उसमें। मैं एक लाइक आई यूज्ड टू इनवाइट अ ऑडियंस मेंबर एंड उसके साथ डांस भी करता था मैं।
इसका सोलो MX3 पे आना चाहिए।
तो मैं गया स्टेज पे लिटरली मैं मून वॉक करते हुए गया और उसके बाद ऐसे एक स्पिन किया और फिर
As you do, like,
एंड फिर मेरा पहला एक्चुअल ओपन माइक में डायलॉग ये था कि कॉमेडी नहीं चली तो क्या हुआ डांस तो आता है एंड साइलेंस रेडियो साइलेंस एंड मेरे को एक्सपेक्टर था कि इस पर तो फट जाएगा क्राउड एंड उसके बाद जब साइलेंस आया मैंने बोला या उसके बाद लाफ आया, मैंने कहा ओह अच्छा अच्छा। और फिर मैंने कुछ ऐसा एक जोक, जब मैं जो प्रिपेयर करके लाया था वो मैं स्टार्ट करने वाला था जो,
क्या
और
जोक
फिर
था
वो बहुत ही गंदा जोक था, कुछ भी जोक था जो कि इंजीनियर ऐसे होते हैं वैसे होते हैं, और जो कि मैं कुछ व्हाट्सएप इमोजीज पे जोक करता था।
हाँ.
तो वो करने वाला था और फिर बजर बज गया। मेरा पहला जोक जो लिख के लाया था मैं लैंड ही नहीं हुआ। और दैट हैपेंड, और फिर मुझे लगा ओ अच्छा पहले से प्रिपेयर करके आना होता है कि पहला जोक होगा ये होगा। तो उसके बाद मैंने जो सेकंड ओपन माइक किया था उसमें मैं प्रॉपर भावेश लानी वाज होस्टिंग दैट माइक, दैट वाज इन वो हाइव।
Who else were people at that time?
दैट टाइम कुणाल कामरा वाज किलिंग
पानिया
इट।
होगा, पुनीत पानिया.
हाँ
है ना.
Mane was
मेरे को तब उसके बाद मैं 2 साल नहीं किया था, तो तब मुझे उसमें याद है रौनक रजानी वाज देयर,
हाँ.
आशीष डैश वाज देयर,
हाँ. पुनीत पानिया, कामरा और डुडेजा होगा.
हाँ
डुडेजा होगा.
दुदेजा वाज द
Rudeja,
मेन
but
एक्ट।
started अच्छा main act.
मेन एक्ट मतलब ओपन स्पॉट वाला ओपन
Okay.
हाँ
स्पॉट
हाँ
में।
हाँ.
And-
डुडेजा started in 2013.
नहीं
2013
सॉरी
14.
दुदेजा वाज नॉट देयर,
नहीं,
आकाश मेहता वाज
Dudeja
देयर।
is Dudeja is very recent यार, I think.
आकाश मेहता, मैं दुदेजा गलत बोल दिया, आकाश मेहता
मेहता
वाज द
था.
ओपनिंग। हाँ मतलब ओपन स्पॉट 2 थे,
हाँ.
आकाश मेहता एंड कुणाल कामरा, भावेश वाज होस्टिंग,
हम्म.
एंड वो भी कॉम्पिटिटिव टाइप का होता था।
हम्म.
तो उसमें मैं सेकंड आया था, तो तब मुझे लगा हाँ अब ठीक है।
अब
एंड
ठीक।
उसके बाद मैंने इंजीनियरिंग छोड़ दी और उसके बाद 2 साल कॉमेडी नहीं की।
वाह, बहुत बढ़िया.
I won Rajneesh Kapoor's mic in Nehru Place.
I have won nothing.
I won Rajneesh Kapoor's mic, and then I won that
Canvas.
not canvas. Canvas I was thrown out, but like it's,
क्या क्या कहानी है?
it was not canvas then. It was
हाँ.
Love Store.
हाँ. क्या
UK
हुआ था?
company, yeah. So that thing is like I didn't apply for it.
हाँ.
I was told कि नहीं इतना आसान नहीं होता है वहाँ पे perform करना. You'll have to make a CD
हाँ.
of your performance, then submit it there. Then they will review it.
हाँ.
Then they will give you a spot in open mic.
हाँ.
You get 3 minutes, then you get 5 minutes after that. Then you are invited to do 7-minute spot, and then you are given 10 minutes after 25 years. This was
25 years.
yeah, this was the impression we got. Like I was in Mumbai,
हाँ.
so I just walked up to their office, and I think her name was Charlotte Ward,
हाँ.
who was one of the owners. Like her father was the owner, and she was also running it. It's a UK company. So Amar Agarwal then was the partner, I think, in it, and because you have to have an Indian partner if you want to do something. I just walked up to her and said, I'm from Delhi. I do stand-up comedy. I need a spot. She said, okay.
हाँ.
Again, I said, I've already paid $400 outside. She said, they'll give you back. You go to the counter and they'll give you back. They gave me my 400 rupees back.
Then?
And gave me a spot.
Then?
Aditi Mittal was hosting.
हाँ.
I came second.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then?
But at that time, they had this laugh meter
हाँ.
installed in their auditorium, and laugh meter will indicate that how much laughter you got. On the basis of that meter, you are declared winner or a loser.
वो कैसे मतलब ऑपरेट करता था
हाँ,
प्रॉपर्ली?
प्रॉपर साउंड के साथ.
हाँ. हाँ. On the basis of the sound.
जैसे पार्लियामेंट में वो साउंड वोट होता है ना,
वैसे.
वो येज एंड नेज वाला, वो उसमें they used to declare. So there was this some Marwadi guy who had like 25 of his friends in the audience. So I still, I still think about that. I could have won that. So, but Charlotte came up to me and she said, "Okay, you were good, and would you be interested in coming for open mics?" I said, "I live in Delhi."
ये like सोचता हूँ.
But like certainly if I can, I would. Like if I am here in Mumbai for work, I would certainly. She said, okay, give me your number and everything, and that happened. But before I got the spot, they told me, please don't do this in Hindi.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do 5% in Hindi,
So
but
that was in
95%.
that
Right.
वो first set was in Hindi only.
No,
But
no,
like
the
उसके
first time, no, I started out translating in my mind,
Huh.
but then I saw that nobody's laughing. Then I said,
You did
"Okay,
punchline
whatever
in Hindi
happens,
only."
happens." So, like, I did punchline in Hindi, and everybody got like, the audience got busted. Like, "Arey, kya ho gaya?" So, but then laugh meter was indicating that okay, this guy is through to the second round, and you know, and so that was it. I was the runner-up of
First कौन आया था?
not first. I don't even remember his name. I think that he was doing it
Nothing
for fun
important
and
to be.
everything.
Is he on
Because
YouTube? No.
I don't even remember his name.
Huh, so fuck him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the kind of thing used to happen in the English divide and everything, no? So,
Yeah, but a lot of comedians are not doing comedy. Like आपको नाम याद नहीं है because obviously he did not continue doing.
because
हाँ,
that
हाँ,
was
ऐसा बहुत
something an affluent person would do to spend his weekend, his or her weekend. कि let's do this. Because
Mostly
it's
it was like a hobby.
हाँ पार्टी है
बस।
उधर बियर पियेंगे और मैं स्टेज पे चढ़ के जोक सुनाऊंगा
Bus.
बस
Back in 2015,
it was
16.
karaoke kind of thing.
16 when I took it full time. So till 2017 mid, I saw few people quitting, and I was like, I don't want to be these guys.
These people.
But my career is going that way only.
नहीं but मैंने तो देखा है like I've seen people transitioning into different things. Like मैं जिसमें second आया था,
हाँ,
उसमें first आया था Gavin Mathalaka.
हाँ,
And he is an actor now. तो मतलब after doing stand up he moved to doing improv. And अभी I don't know he is still doing improv or not, but recently he was in Hire Netflix में. He was like he had a small role. तो मतलब those people are in sort of art forms only. Like और भी जो मुंबई में I knew people जो तब now they are writing for TV or something. But वो they are kind of
so
connected
it happens
to
with lot of comedians. They start with stand up and then eventually they venture into content writing.
Suman Kumar. I don't know who are you referring to.
Myself.
Suman wrote Family Man. Suman Kumar, if you know something about South Indian comedians, he's not doing regional comedy. He does it in English, but he wrote Family Man, both the seasons.
And you are much more elder to both of us.
How?
And with age.
What's my age? Tell me.
29.
Yeah.
I am 18.
Okay.
He's a sperm.
I'll be born.
He's about to be born.
Embryo.
Yes.
हाँ मेरा ऐसा अभी निकल
So, like,
as a match हो गया सर
Cool हो गया.
so, like, जैसे आपने बोला, and he also said कि एक transition हो जाता है. What leads to that transition?
Mostly not being
And I'm not
successful.
asking from stand-up perspective only, because obviously you have seen lot of people in your professional life as well transitioning from this profession to that. So what leads to that thing?
I think first thing is boredom.
From that one,
Yeah,
the first one.
It doesn't matter how exciting stand-up comedy looks from outside. One gets bored. Yeah, even if you are getting laughs every day,
Yeah.
even if you are doing shows every day, especially if you are doing shows every day, you get bored. You get bored. You want to do something because creative people are bored very easily.
That's true.
Yeah. So
that is one thing तो boredom वाला है but I think like मैंने जो बात की है जिन लोग से तो like whatever starts paying them well like
they are not-
writing में भी like I talked to comedians मैं recently किसी के लिए लिखने के लिए गया था मुंबई में तो I asked him कि पहले करता था माइक वाइक अब नहीं करता तो he said two things एक तो मतलब कि वहाँ उसमें पैसा नहीं है एंड द सेकेंड थिंग ही सेड कि यार सर्किट के लोग बड़े गंदे हैं लिटरली उसने ये बोला एंड दैट्स द रीजन ही लाइक मेरे को उसमें जाना नहीं है वापस ही लाइक जब जाता हूँ बिचिंग करते रहते हैं एंड एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट नहीं करते एंड मेरा काम चल रहा है जब घर से और मैं अच्छा लिख रहा हूँ तो मेरे को जरूरत नहीं है स्टैंड अप करने की. मैंने कहा ठीक है.
So that is the second most prominent reason that you have to sustain yourself.
Is it more like a comfort thing that because if you like this is what stand up, I mean obviously stand up is what I do. It requires to go into that uncomfortable zone every fucking night and most of the people are not ready for it.
Yeah, it's a different temperament for different people. Some people are able to sustain it because their family is strong. Like if you come from a well-to-do family, affluent family, and there are a lot of them in Mumbai especially, where they come from families which are well-to-do families, and they have enough money to fall back on. So these people just like doll up and reach open mics and do it regularly, and I'm not against them because they were born into that family. It's not their fault. But it's one thing that keeps them going, you know. So it's something other than that, like people from our background, one reason I didn't leave my job was that I knew I can't do any form of art, perform or you know practice any kind of art for money.
Oh,
I won't be able to market myself. This is
that's
one
a
thing,
bold realization.
yeah.
Which I think both of us don't have.
I was so excited I am being invited to do comedy somewhere that I never asked for money. I never asked for money. like चलेगा हाँ चलूँगा, वहाँ ये करेगा हाँ करूँगा, आधा घंटा कर लेगा कर लूँगा. They used to give me 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. That was like, and then somebody, Niti Palta, told me, Pagal, what are you doing? तू उधर करके आया, हाँ करके आया, कितने पैसे दिए? 4,000. कितने पागल है? They gave me food also. I was happy. Like people are, matlab, paying me something and like respecting me and laughing at my jokes and everything, and like what else, man?
That's the best feeling.
And then when I won that with Zakir at Comedy Central hunt, after that Zakir called me and said कि भाई वो पूछ रहा है कितने पैसे लोगे. मेरे को क्या पता. तो
खाना दे देना.
नहीं, वो कहता भाई वो पूछ रहे हैं पैसे बता दो, आप जैसा बोलोगे मैं वैसा ही पैसा मांगूंगा. वो सोच रहा है मेरे को मालूम है. मैंने कहा 25,000 मांगता है. इट वॉज वेरी बोल्ड मतलब थिंग. 25,000 मांगते हैं तो 25,000 भी दे दिए. वो दे दिए तो हमें लगा कि यार कम मांग लिए. तो ज़्यादा मांगना चाहिए था. इट वॉज लाइक दैट. देयर वाज, आई न्यू दैट आई वोंट बी एबल टू मार्केट माई सेल्फ, आई वोंट बी एबल टू नेगोशिएट, I won't be able to do it for money in any which way. So it was fun for me to just get up on stage. But in some through some coincidences that I got to perform at very big stages and very big venues, and I was able to do all the circuit and all the clubs, and you know, and then plus I started getting corporates. Then I tweaked it a little bit, that when they told me that you can't do sex jokes, you can't do political jokes, religious jokes in corporate settings. So I had 40 minutes of Sardars and Punjabi jokes, which I can do in my sleep also. Just to get up
and
on
get
stage.
paid for it.
Yeah. It's so easy. It was so easy, and I was not even marketing myself.
This realization, just this realization ki I won't be able to market myself or I won't be able to sell myself. I had this realization after 3 years of leaving my job. Like now so I can't go back as well. Now stay.
But I am still very happy. But because when I saw my co-comedians, the group, the lot that started it all in Delhi, struggling for money. Companies like OML was non-existent. There was no professionally managed comedy company. So they were struggling for money. They left jobs and they were saying, "Okay, now what to do?" You know. So I thought, like, if I come to that point, I'll just die of hunger. Not like I won't be able to do anything about, because these people were like MBAs and IITians and engineers and all. ये तो कभी भी जाएंगे, and they are like 25-year-olds,
right.
28 years old. I was 40 when I started.
Right. True.
So I won't be able to fall back on anything. I don't have anything, so I didn't leave my job, and I always used to advocate that, because I was very comfortable doing that, because at the end of the month the salary will message will pop up,
Yes.
and you feel good about it
While
You
doing
don't have-
stand-up, if
while
you get a
doing
message
stand-up, yeah. And
of
I
salary.
was not missing a thing. It's not that I was missing कि मैं बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ कि यार मैं open mics में नहीं जा पा रहा, because it was a government thing, it was a government job. So being a government job, like अभी मैं दोबारा पीकी ब्लाइंडर्स शुरू करके आया. when I called you, I said like, दो एपिसोड देखेंगे, चलते हैं यार. So it's not that I don't work. Government, disclaimer that the misconception about government servants that they don't work, it's very wrong. There are people in my office who are still working.
मेरे पापा गवर्नमेंट जॉब में एनटीपीसी.
Oh, that's very nice.
तभी तो ये कॉमेडी कर रहा है.
That's why you are able to do comedy.
Obviously.
नहीं, बट जॉब वाले उसमें भी ना, लाइक एक फैक्टर जो मेरे को अभी रिसेंट में उसमें लगा, लाइक मेरी जो फर्स्ट प्रॉपर जॉब थी was after me releasing a video of stand-up comedy.
Okay.
So now every time you apply for a job or go for a job, they will search you.
Obviously.
And उसमें आपका stand-up comedy video निकल के आ जाएगा. तो अब एक पॉइंट, मतलब शुरू में तो मेरे को लोगों ने बोला कि don't tell them कि you are a comedian. But अब I can't do that. कि तो उसमें first job में I like they kind of hired me also, like creative
because
writing का ही था, but they hired me and introduced me to everyone कि he's a comedian, he's a comedian, he's a comedian, and literally अब मैं पता नहीं ये काट देना
नहीं रखना इसको.
उस जॉब में जब वो जॉब मेरी खत्म हुई, एंड में द प्रॉब्लम वाज जो मेरा सीनियर था, and he had some ego issues with me, and he said to the HR, he acts funny in the office. मैंने कहा अरे
ये रखना.
That's cool, yeah.
You hired me by telling everyone
Obviously.
he's a comedian, he's a comedian. He like नहीं तू.
It's like people are still not ready to face comedic situation. Like people will even in the professional settings, they will say he's very funny, he's a comedian. फिर कान में बोलते हैं कि ये वाला जोक मत करना.
Right.
You know, that's what.
People are not ready to accept the truth.
So all the mixture of all these things, because we used to hang out a lot. Like One Boulevard in Saket was the place where Neeti used to do this Bombay Delhi.
Bombay versus Delhi wale mics, right?
Those things she used to do, and I used to get a spot sometimes. Then I got to do the proper featured show there. My worst and best shows were in that room. But after the show, we used to hang out till like 1:30, 2 a.m. sometimes, and we used to talk a lot about these things. And I realized that Baba, I won't be able to do this. Like they used to tell me their corporate show experience. I had never seen a corporate show, but like they said कि like उसमें वो मेरे को बोले ये नहीं बोलना, वो नहीं बोलना, सेक्स जोक नहीं बोलना. तो मैंने कहा फिर बोलना क्या है? तो उधर 1 घंटा क्या करके आते हो तुम लोग? तो वो बोले हम अलग सेट लिखा हुआ उसके लिए. तो यार of course if you want to make money from comedy, you have to follow certain kind of
Rules.
path or rules or guidelines or whatever. But I was very sure that I won't be able to make money
From
from
stand-up.
comedy if I have to sell myself like that. Even now, today also I get a query.
But then you don't negotiate with the content,
I don't.
which is a good thing.
I don't negotiate with the content, but if I need money, I do my that Sardar Punjabi wala set.
हाँ, जो
45
है,
minutes.
हाँ.
Yeah. Everybody is happy. Everybody is happy. They'll come up to me after the show. See, the thing is, Sardarji, if you are able to laugh at yourself, then there is nothing like it. But if I laugh at you, then you will
Then
be fucked.
there is
Yeah.
a problem.
Then you will like look
Then
at
you
me
will-
weirdly. Yeah.
हाँ.
So this is something which forced me to become a, because it's not part-time comedian is if you are a humorist, if you look at the thing humorously, then you are a comedian. And
It's not necessary to
and,
earn money
and
from.
it everything was in the evening after office hours.
Every
I didn't miss one single open mic or one single ऐसा नहीं है कि दोपहर में शो हो रहे हैं या कुछ ऐसा हो रहा है. I have traveled abroad. I've done shows abroad. And nothing came into the way. So what else?
Which is a good
मेरे
thing.
को ना उससे लाइक कॉर्पोरेट उसमें एक इंसिडेंट मेरे साथ हुआ था लास्ट ईयर. तो क्या हुआ था कि मैं क्लाइंट मीटिंग में गया हूँ और मेरा ऐड था, मतलब मैंने ऐड लिखा था वो, एंड आई वेंट टू पिच दैट. एंड जिस कंपनी के लिए जा रहे थे, ही वॉज द बॉस ऑफ दैट, जो मतलब जिसको देखना था, जिसको पिच कर रहे थे, एंड ही लाइक द ऐड एंड सब कुछ हो गया, सब बढ़िया है. एंड जब हम लोग निकल रहे थे तो ही लाइक मिलिन, मैंने कहा यस सर. तो देन ही लाइक मेरे को पहचाना, मैंने कहा नहीं सर. तो देन ही लाइक तुम्हारा प्लेग्राउंड में ना शो हुआ था, तो तब मैं तुम्हें देखने आया था. अच्छा नाउ राइट नाउ अब ही हैज सीन मी परफॉर्म, ही लाइक द आइडिया, कॉर्पोरेट वाला चीज़ हो गया, एंड नाउ ही इज सेइंग टेलिंग मी कि यार वो तुम लोग ओपन माइक्स करते हो ना, कराते भी हो गए. मैंने कहा हाँ,
मुझे आना
तो
है.
तुम मुझे स्पॉट दे देना. तो अब वो बड़ा डेंजरस सिचुएशन हो गया था कि अब उसको फीडबैक भी देना है काम का, एंड देन शाम को जब वो फोन करेगा कि मेरे को स्पॉट, अगर अब मैं एज अ कभी कभार फुल हो जाता है, लाइक नहीं है जगह किसी को मतलब अकोमोडेट करने की. अब मैं अपने बॉस को जो बॉस को पैसा दे रहा है, अब मैं उसको फोन पे बोलूं नहीं आज फुल हो गया,
आज पॉसिबल नहीं है.
हाँ.
तो ठीक है, फिर तुम्हारा जो है पैसे वो भी
वो
पॉसिबल
भी
नहीं है.
क्लाइंट, तो मैं अपने बॉस को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकता कि मैं उसको स्पॉट, तो मैं दिया स्पॉट.
ये इंस्टाग्राम पे भी होता है. जैसे महीने में कोई एक फॉलोअर आएगा, वो फॉलो करेगा और मैसेज आ जाएगा, हाय सर, जस्ट सॉ योर वीडियो, इट वाज अमेजिंग. Then you write, oh,
Can I
thank
get a
you.
spot? Yeah.
How can I start stand up, sir? I want to start stand up, sir. Do you, how can I get a spot in your show, sir? Like, sir, I don't do shows. I can't sell ticket. You organize.
They
You
won't-
call your friend and give me a spot.
They'll DM you at Instagram, and they won't say the whole thing.
हाँ.
They'll say hi.
हाँ बस.
So now
अब तुम्हारी बारी.
what else can I say in reply to hi? Hi, do you require an open spot? I can't do that. No, I'll say hi. Then he'll say, how are you? Say, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm fine too, sir. I am a big fan, sir. Thank you very much. You are amazing, sir. Thank you very much. I have been following your videos and everything. Thank you very much. So what now? Tell me. And then they'll say, sir, I also want to do stand-up comedy. Can you guide me? Can you tell me where open mics happen? And like, if you are not able to find open mics, then probably you should not do stand-up comedy. If you are so like much into stand-up comedy, then you might as well know fucking where the open mics are happening. So there, but you come to recognize if somebody from Jharsuguda pings you and says, okay, I have seen videos, I don't know how to do comedy, then I understand. So I tell them you start an open mic in Jharsuguda because you can't tell them to come to Delhi or come to Mumbai. It's not that easy. So I told him, like, you start an open mic in Jharsuguda and gather people like you and start doing comedy. So this is the best you can do.
नहीं बट ऐसा हुआ है भोपाल में स्टार्टिंग में ऐसे ही स्टार्ट हुआ
So I have guided so many
आदित्य कुलश्रेष्ठ जो है लाइक उधर ओपन माइक नहीं होते थे तो उसने अब वो या तो पहले मुंबई जाता था या तो कभी कभार दिल्ली आता था तो उसने फिर वहाँ पर अपने आप ऐसे ही स्टार्ट किया लाइक 4-5 लोग
ओपन माइक्स करके
I started New Delhi Comedy Club because of this reason only.
Oh yes.
I was not happy with the way open mics were being held or the open spots are distributed at that time, and I was not really happy. So like there was a sort of club. So I'm friends with that and I'm friends with this and this was not at all a democratic thing and I used to really worry about it. So I had no fish to fry in those circles कि मैं इनके साथ रहूँगा तो मुझे corporate show मिलेगा मुझे मिलेगा and I started my own thing and I said कि I'll give spot to whosoever deserves. All these people came through New Delhi Comedy Club, na? Srijan Kaushik,
Upmanyu
came from that, and so many people did their first solos in New Delhi Comedy Club. Jivishu, Zakir, Nishant.
किधर होता था सर
2014-13 में होता था
Akshara main auditorium was New Delhi Comedy Club.
वो याद है आपको वाटर कॉमिक शो अरे क्या प्यारा वेन्यू था
I remember that. So after that like people वही फिर से मेरे साथ भी हो गया. People started के सर मेरे को विक्रमजीत सर ने आपका नंबर दिया. They thought सरदार मेरे को स्पॉट से everybody was like after I need a spot sir, I need a spot sir. Like even Papa CJ would call and say कि मेरे को देगा क्या 20 minutes. वो तो 20 minutes का तो पूरा माइक है. So then I said कि तू host कर ले. Then he hosted. He's a good guy. मतलब I don't know what his image is outside, but I know him and I have worked with him. He is one of the good guys. So he did a lot for comedy, and but I don't think that he's a stand-up comedian. He's like MC, comic, and he's a funny guy, and with a personality. He can turn anything into comedy. Crowd work is very good. Yeah, he started crowd work, whole comedy, and yeah. So these were the people who were there. So many people did their solos there, their shows there. Rivaldo, Apoor Gupta's first NDTV recording happened in Akshara.
हाँ वो उस टाइम तो बहुत सारी लाइक वो सब तो YouTube पे हमने देखी थी स्टार्टिंग में. एपिसेंटर
गुड़गांव.
अरे so that was these were 2-3 things which were happening, but then again that people started politics around NDCC also. Okay, ये लोग तो अपने लोगों को स्पॉट देते हैं, हमको नहीं स्पॉट देते. Then I started charging for open spot. Right, I said कि you pay me money, 500 rupees, and I will give you a spot. And then they were very serious about open mics. So yeah. So
हमारे स्पॉन्सर का कॉल आ रहा है एक्चुअली. उनका ऐड हमने अभी तक डाला नहीं है तो अंत में डालेंगे.
हाँ ये जैसे लाइव जा रहा है ना. तो वो so I stopped NDCC also because of this reason only, because I wanted to bring in new comedians. I gave him spot also.
हाँ obviously.
Yeah, he was very bad.
He was very bad. Now he is bad.
Still bad.
टोन में भी था. I gave him also.
Him. Look at this guy.
नहीं but he is funny guy. He's not. I still remember his first joke. I remember like he used to do this फायर ब्रिगेड
Fire brigade.
फायर ब्रिगेड वाला
कह रहा पानी डाल लगे, कह रहा हाँ, कहता हम भी तो वही करेंगे. That was the joke, right? So
One
I
joke,
find it
फर्स्ट
very
वीडियो भी
funny.
था, that was the first video.
First.
I found it very funny. Like at that time there were no videos.
हाँ, there was
So,
nothing.
like,
YouTube पे कौन डालता था?
हाँ, so there, I just heard him somewhere and said, "Hey, this is a good guy." So like he used to do some Mahabharat jokes and all the things. So I wanted to bring in that kind of talent, like, who's just starting off and they need a stage and everything. And then again, it somehow became, I also became that guy.
It is weird.
It is like it gives you immense power when somebody sees somebody like Nishant Amar or Zakir or Pur Gupta doing their solo in Akshara. Everybody wanted to perform there. Everybody. I remember Sindhu V, who is now international
British comedian.
star.
PV, Sindhu V,
She performed there.
Yeah.
With me and Angad Singh Ranyala.
I remember
Battle
that
of
show.
the Sexies.
Battle of the Sexes.
Sexies.
Okay.
All the three.
बहुत ही सही था.
Sexes. Okay.
Yeah.
He was in the show.
Yeah, I was in the show. So mainly that.
अरे that do you remember that Club Patio?
Club Patio.
क्या प्यारा वेन्यू था वो.
वो निशांत का, वो निशांत का है.
अच्छा वो निशांत का. हाँ sorry.
निशांत
I
का
thought ये काट देना.
You are confusing me with the Patio. I did curated Wednesday theatre for Patio.
Oh right.
Dinner theatre.
हाँ right.
So I used to bring in Dastan Goi and I used to do their interactive theatre. Lot of thing happens. I did clowning there. In one of the shows, Akash Gupta was in one of the plays. The play was called Zero. It was performed by clowns. And Akash Gupta was playing the Zero. So lot of things happened around
अभी
that
भी आप
venue.
थिएटर करते?
नहीं, अभी मैं लिखता हूँ. I have done a lot of theatre. I have had fair share of writing theatre, performing plays, directing plays. So
But अभी क्यों नहीं करते आप?
अभी कहाँ करूँ?
अरे अभी in the sense.
So like I
My bad.
I was like there was a format like a short and sweet theatre festival which started from Dubai. And it was brought in by Australian cultural or some Ministry of Culture or something to Delhi. And we did short and sweet theatre festival. I did it twice. So in which again my play was runner up. And Table for Two. I wrote.
Oh,
Table
that
for
I have
Two.
seen.
Yeah. So that was a very good play and still is a very good play. But that format was that you have to finish a play in 10 minutes.
Okay.
With proper sets and everything. Like if you go to one of the shows, you will be able to see 10 plays of 10 minutes each. So that was the format. That if you are, if you go beyond the time of 10 minutes, you are disqualified. So beginning, middle, and end, proper setup, theatre, set and everything, and a play.
And what happened to that? अब बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा because
Short
as
and
far as
sweet.
I remember last time it happened in 2016 or 17. उसके बाद I have not
उसके
seen.
बाद we couldn't get sponsors.
Oh.
One of the major organizers, like he gave himself, he gave everything up and he became a sannyasi. And and he was a major force in behind that festival. So he became a sannyasi and proper MBA guy and everything. So people who knew him would certainly recognize him. And after that, we couldn't find proper sponsors and proper venues and these kind of things. So yeah, but it was fun. I did like around 4 plays in these 2 festivals.
which was great. Fine.
So how much time do you have? Like,
It was fun though. Time का पता वैसे लगा नहीं. Do we have
हो
time?
गया?
5 minutes. We have
We have
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
So लड़कियों की बात कर लेते हैं अभी जैसे. तो फिर ओपन माइक में महीप जी हैं.
Yeah,
हाँ.
it was amazing. Like my marriage was down the drains, and I was 40 years old. I started stand-up comedy just to have an escape, and stand-up comedy suddenly came back on my face with everything, you know. Fame, and every week there'll be an interview in any newspaper, or
Wow.
there'll be a photograph, and so like that. Again, like people would follow you, and there were girls, there were women, and I don't deny that, but a lot of them just wanted to be with someone famous. It's because like I used to look at my face every morning in the mirror and say, nah.
ये नहीं.
नहीं ये नहीं है. So like it happens. It happens. A lot of things happen. A lot of shit happens. A lot of bad experiences happened, and
Nice.
so now it's over.
नहीं बट उसमें भी एक बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस हो जाता है. लाइक आई रिमेम्बर लाइक बीइंग विद अ कॉमेडियन एंड देन एक्चुअली लाइक स्टार्टिंग टू बी एंड बीइंग विद अ कॉमेडियन. जैसे लाइक आई लाइक गॉट थोड़ा सा टेंशन जो भी हुआ, तो देन आई स्टार्टेड डेटिंग अ गर्ल, एंड अब वो डेट कर रहा था, ओपन माइक पे भी चलती थी वो. तो अब शी वांट्स टू लाइक डू दिस इन एन ओपन माइक, एंड मैंने कहा अरे छोड़ मुझे ध्यान देने because that is my job.
Funny part was that all the women and girls I dated, they didn't understand stand-up comedy, but they loved the idea that this guy goes up on stage and makes 100 people laugh. So it's such a power position, and I don't know what it is. Very few, I'm sorry to say this, but very few women I knew understood comedy. They said कि हाँ वो तो ठीक है, people were laughing so hard, but what was that joke? वो कौन सा, उसका क्या मतलब है?
बाद में.
हाँ तो फिर वो then नमस्ते, because like it's such a put off. Like if a girl says कि वो joke का क्या मतलब है, तो
मतलब मेरी किस्मत बुरी रही है.
कैसे?
कुछ हुआ ही नहीं.
अरे
like you allow girls to call you Shimit Bhaiya, then like how?
सीक्रेट तो मत बोलो यार, काट देना यार इसे. अभी ओपन माइक के मैसेज आते हैं,
भैया के मैसेज टू कॉल मी के हाँ मैं शिमित भैया से भी बात की थी इसके बारे में. अच्छा
ओपन स्पॉट के लिए.
बट यू वुड हैव गॉट सम अटेंशन ना आफ्टर द वीडियो.
आई वाज नॉट फनी.
चल नॉनसेंस.
दैट्स आफ्टर द वीडियो.
ओके, सच इन अ पावर पोजीशन, पीपल यूज्ड टू कॉल मी, मैंने शिमित भैया के साथ भी परफॉर्म किया.
सो
दिस वाज मी आल्सो.
हाँ, सो द थिंग इज कि जो वीडियो के आफ्टर वीडियो, पहले वीडियो तो भूल ही जाओ. अच्छा, द गुड पार्ट, सिंस यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरव्यूज एंड ऑल, व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग इट एज अ हॉबी, I gave 3 interviews with Indian Express and 2 other papers. वो publish हुए. The moment I took it full time, nobody gives a fuck now. Hello Indian Express, भाई full time. वीडियो भी है 4 यार.
I wish Indian Express is watching this.
Please Indian tag करना भाई YouTube पे.
नहीं, it is true. It is true. Like when we started off, there was nothing. And stand-up comedy suddenly caught on, and they were like after stand-up comedians like dogs के कोई तो interview दे दो, कोई तो interview दे दो. और mostly stand-up comedians were reluctant कि यार newspaper में छप जाएगा, क्या बोलेंगे उनको जाके घर वाले, है ना? घर वाले तो बोलेंगे, मतलब वो कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो क्या जवाब देंगे.
मेरे तो कजन ने कहा था कि पैसे दे के छपाया है.
अच्छा.
मैंने कहा यार पैसे होते तो अभी क्या ही होता फिर. चलो anyways, this is done. It was nice talking to you. We had Maheep Singh, a brilliant comedian, theatre artist, storyteller, even poet,
actor.
Looks like Gurpal Singh, but he's not Gurpal Singh, and they both are not brothers. Okay.
Yeah, this is also one of the.
And then
great
we had
things, yeah.
we had Milind Kapoor,
Yes.
who looks like Gurpal Singh, but not. अभी कोई quality नहीं है तो क्या बोलूँ मैं यार.
क्यों नहीं.
All right.
This is
And
turning out to be a roast of some sort. Yeah.
this episode was sponsored by Madhusudan Tea.
The only way we get sponsors.
Yes, Madhusudan Tea.
Yeah.
Chalo, thank you so
Cool,
much,
yeah.
guys.
Thank you so much, Shimit. Thank you,
Thank
Milind,
you.
for calling me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. Seriously.
वो शो का नाम तो ले दो एक बार.
because
I have nothing better to do.
no, but it was really nice to have you.
Have you?
That's the case.
शो का नाम भी नहीं लिया एक बार.
अरे उसमें लिखेगा ना टाइटल में.
नहीं तो बोलना तो चाहिए यार.
ओके टाटा बाय बाय.
अलग से कर लो ना, रिकॉर्ड कर लो.
अरे सबको पता है, इतने फैंस हैं, क्या दिक्कत
हाँ.
You have a YouTube
है.
channel.
शो का नाम
सर अभी डालेंगे अभी तो.
What is it called? What it is?
YouTube चैनल तो है.
अरे रुक जा.
शो का नाम है.
शो का नाम है ओके टाटा बाय बाय. तो जाओ फिर, अभी क्या है. हो गया बस.
Okay, टाटा बाय बाय.
ओके
चलो.
टाटा बाय बाय.
ओके.
Okay.
मधुसूदन टी खरीद लेना.
Okay, टाटा बाय बाय.
चलो भाई, मजा आया. बेहतरीन.
Cool.
अब हम प्रमोद को कॉल कर लेते हैं.
प्रमोद को कॉल कर. वो अब कॉल कर रहा है मेरे को.